Hey, what's up guys, Leighton here, and in this video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how I'm testing products in 2023 and moving into 2024. And before we dive into my laptop and show you exactly how I make this campaign, I will say that your media buying strategy is not gonna make or break your business. And if this strategy doesn't work for you, it's probably not the strategy, it's probably your product, your landing page, your ads, your copywriting, your headlines. All of that comes together, and it's very, very important that all of those things work together. This is why dropshipping is very, very difficult. The business model of dropshipping is very easy and simple to understand, but implementing everything is a whole nother story, and it has taken me 6 years to actually figure it out and start seeing consistent results. So with that being said, let's jump into my laptop and I'm gonna show you exactly how I set up all my testing campaigns. So as you can see here, I am in a Facebook ad account and I have 3 campaigns: USA, Canada, and Australia. And these are all at $100 a day, and this is how I test. I know this is a pretty aggressive budget and some of you guys can't afford to spend $300 a day. I understand. If that's the case, I would just pick one of these countries, preferably the US, unless you know your product is selling in another country. That's when you would sell somewhere else. But when testing, just start off with the United States. And you can set it at a $50 CBO or a $100 CBO. The more, the better, right? I wouldn't go below 50, so I usually just use 100. I really don't need to go over that, but so for this example, just a $100 CBO for the USA. And let's jump into the CBO. I title it as simple as can be. And then just moving down here, I don't touch anything. All I turn on is a Vantage campaign budget. That is CBO. It used to be campaign budget optimization. They've since changed it, but everyone just calls it CBO. $100 CBO, and I don't touch anything. So I just want to move on to the ad set. And if you guys aren't familiar with this, like there's a campaign level right here, an ad set level, and then the ad level. So this is the campaign level. We set it at 100, right? Daily budget 100. And then moving on to the ad set level, which if you're making the campaign, it'll look exactly like this screen right here. At the very top, there's CBO, ad set, and ads, right? You have in campaign, ad set, ad level. So after you press continue on the campaign level, it brings you to the ad set level. For some of you guys, this is very elementary stuff, but it can get confusing for a lot of people, so I want to break it down as best as I can. So on the ad set level, I only do one ad set, so that makes everything easy. And I'm gonna title it Broad, WC USA. So broad, and then WC is winning creatives. This is part of the strategy when scaling. You don't need to put that there. It could just be TC, like testing creatives. But this ad set will essentially turn into your winning creatives ad set. So I just started off like that. So broad, winning creative, USA. Right? Because we're going to be targeting the USA, broad targeting with all of our winning creatives. So moving down the funnel, we have website, and then choose your pixel. If you don't know how to set up a pixel, just I don't know, DM me on Instagram or message me in the Discord. I can probably help you out. Super simple. And then I always set it for midnight. So 11:59. One of my mentors told me to do that a long time ago, and I've just always done 11:59. It's basically midnight. So just do it the following day, or the day of 11:59, so it runs at midnight the following day. So for the audiences, we're doing broad targeting. So just the United States, 18 to 65 plus, all genders, no interest right here. No interest, just all broad. And then I always do Advantage Plus placements, which means your ads are going to be shown where Facebook Meta thinks it's best. It might be stories, it might be reels, it might be Instagram feeds, it might be Facebook feeds. You're letting Facebook's AI, machine learning, just take over and place your ads where it thinks it's best. And 9 out of 10 times, 9.9 out of 10 times, machine learning beats humans. So we're letting Facebook do the targeting and the placements. All right, and once we're done with the ad set level, we can now move on to the ad level. And as you can see here, I tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ads. You don't have to follow this exactly. I would just say test 5 creatives, whether it be a static or video ad, doesn't matter. Some products perform great with picture ads and some perform great with videos. Sometimes I like to test both at the same time. So the easiest way to do this is to make one ad. So For this example, I started off with P1. And then once you make one ad, you can duplicate it as many times depending on how many creatives you're testing. So in this case, I'm testing 5 total creatives. So I'll make P1 and then I'll duplicate P1 in the same exact ad set 4 times. So I have a total of 5 different ads, right? You have P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. In this case, I did V1 and V2 on top of those. So just make one ad first and title it, either do P1 or V1, depending on if it's a picture or video. And then always select use selected page unless you have an Instagram account. And then press create ad, manual upload. And it says this is recommended to leave this on. I haven't seen too big of results turning it on or off. So I go ahead and just leave it on. And then for the ad creative, this is where you want to simply just add media and add your image or add your video. And right here under the creative is probably the second most important part, your primary text and your headline. Your creative trumps everything and is by far the most important, but your headlines and primary text are just as important. And I use the same primary text and headline for all my ads when I'm testing, because I don't want to change that variable. So your headline should be short and sweet, and your primary text should be a little bit longer. I can make a completely separate video talking about copywriting and primary text and headlines. So I'm gonna keep it short, and the most important task that your primary text and headline has is for your customer to read it and want to keep reading again, right? Like simply put, that is all it's for. Your headline should be engaging enough for them to watch the ad. Your primary text should be engaging enough for them to watch the ad. Your primary text and headline should be engaging enough to get your customer more involved and more engaged with whatever you're trying to sell. Simply put, that's all it is, but we can also talk about market awareness and market sophistication. But again, like I said, that can be an entirely other video, but the most important thing is your ad creative. So don't overthink it too much right now, but just know that it is important. Make sure there's no typos. Make sure nothing is clearly wrong with it, but you can put some time to think of, but you can put the time in to write better primary text and headlines. These are variables that I do test quite frequently. The easiest way to find good primary text and headlines is looking at your competitors, but obviously you don't want to look at, but obviously you shouldn't be testing products that have a bunch of competitors. So it does get a little challenging and there's definitely room for improvement. So I know I went on a tangent right there, but that is the gist of the primary text and headline. And moving down, you always want to click shop now. I know with TikTok, you dynamic and leave it whatever. But for Meta, I just always keep it shop now. And then make sure you enter your website URL. And then that is it. So once you finish one ad, you'll have one and you'll duplicate it as many times as you have creatives. So for this example, right, I had 5 creatives. I made one ad, so I duplicated it 4 more times to have a total of 5. And then all I did was change the creatives in the ones I duplicated. So it leaves me with one campaign, one ad set with 5 different ads. And then I'm gonna publish that for midnight, and I'm gonna let that run for 2 to 3 days. After 2 or 3 days, you can tell if your product has potential, or you're gonna kill it, or if it's just a flat out winner on day 1, which does happen. All right, guys, so that is my complete testing strategy for the end of 2023 and moving to 2024. If you guys found any value in this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week where I drop more value. Peace.